There we go. Hello everybody, welcome. Let me fix my hair. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the FOMC Watch Party, because it is happening right now. We are very close. It's 32 minutes left, so we can talk a little bit about the charts, what's happening, what are we expecting with what's happening. It is the last day of July. And I think it's gonna happen soon. Like August is when we pump. I think August, because after that there is nothing left. Like FOMC is done, all of this interest rates talk is done. So volatility will definitely kick in next 30 minutes. You'll see over here on the chart, Bitcoin right now, it's curving really nicely over here. So there's a lot of curvature going on over here. I'm a little bit unsure about this volume over here, but it's pretty much done. Disney elevator music is all awake now. Yeah, it was a chill music, so I thought we should have that. Just put this a little bit down. So right now, let's go over here, and I don't know what this is. FOMC interest countdown or something like that. Fed Watch CME. As you see here, only 30 minutes. 30 minutes left until the next FOMC meeting. So in 30 minutes, it will be 8 o'clock p.m. here in Norway. And that is when they come out with the numbers. And then 8:30, that's in 1 hour from right now. That is when, the guy, I don't know his name, will be, talking about whether, how the inflation is doing, how the interest rates are doing and stuff like that, right? So I don't know how that's going to affect the price. But what we do now is that we are looking very nice. Now, this over here is extortion pattern over here towards upside, so this stuff tends to go down. Could we go down before we go up? That could actually happen, right? Now, somebody posted in the Telegram chat, where is it over here? This one over here, probability for the interest rates. And as you see here, 96.9% are betting on a no change. Is 3.1, hike 0.0 chance. So there is 0% chance they're gonna go up in interest rate, which is good. Unchanged is also good. And ease is too good, right? So easing the interest rates is too good. I think they'll start easing the interest rate when the bull market is done. You might not believe me, but when they start easing and when everything is good, I think that is when the bull market is done and we're gonna go down. But right now the no change seems very probable. And I did look at some. This was who was it? Yeah, this was just somebody in the Telegram that posted. But I did see other places that the interest rate decision is supposed to be unchanged, and they're not gonna go up or down. So we are still expecting this move towards the upside. I mean, we've been waiting for a long time. That said, like we said previously over here, as you see over here in the volume is broken out. The volume is definitely broken out. So this consolidation part over here is pretty much done. Right now we're sitting here at the top of the channel. And the big question is right now, when are we gonna bounce over here outside of the channel? Now, this line up here might have gone something like this over here, and we are technically not out of it just yet, right? So last week, this on the weekly time frame, the top line up here is very, very important. We did not close above the line. We tried breaking up here, pull back down over here, and you know, but this candle up here is still not closed yet. We still don't have any confirmed breakout out of the channel. Regardless of where the bottom line is, it really doesn't matter where the bottom line is over here. Only the top line is important, because top line is telling us when we're gonna break out. Because right now we are looking for the breakout, we are not looking for a move down. If you wanna see it, if I wanna see pump and down, like, if I wanna see what, so FOMC rate, we might watch the decision when it actually comes out. I'll be following on X, because X is, you know, 1 second after I post the numbers, people already know. That said, somebody already knows what the decision is gonna be. Like, it's already, decision is already made 30 minutes before the meeting. They're not waiting like 5 minutes before making a decision. Decision is made. People who are making decision know. Some other people know. Some third people already know and are already making the moves, getting ready for the move up or down or whatever. People are betting right now big money, move up or down, but someone knows. A link of FOMC Live. If you want to see it, link of FOMC Live. Now we're gonna find it. It's not really hard. It's FOMC Live, and you know, the Fed Reserve over here. There we go. That's the live. I think if he stream for 1 hour, we will definitely watch what he has to say about that. But you know, it's 2:30 p.m. That's in 1 hour, exactly 1 hour, about 57 minutes right now. He'll be talking about stuff, but I'm not really the best guy to follow when it comes to, you know, understanding what he is saying, because I'm not really big when it comes to market analytics and the big numbers. I do understand charts, but beside charts, you know, there is that. But we are expecting volatility right now in 27 minutes. And the volatility is going to kick in really, really hard. And we're going to see it, you know, on 5 minute time frame, 1 minute time frame, and stuff like that. We're going to keep on following. But over here, what's happening right now, it does look very, very bullish. You can see the curvature up here. That's a whole bunch of, you know, buying pressure. So price started dumping down here below the support level, and it is curving over here on the bottom side. This curvature up here represents buying strength towards the upside. So this over here is already being bought towards the upside. But here we might see, you know, moves down, moves up over here. The volatility will kick in and the moves will happen. And the small time frames really does matter. Whatever happens on the 5 minute time frame really doesn't matter. What it does matter is what's happened on the big time frames, on the weekly, and so forth, right? The other thing that happened on the weekly time frame that I don't think we talked about before is that we didn't break the resistance up here. Wait, we did actually make a higher high. Now you might ask how. No, we did not make the higher high. So we still got a high, a lower high, regardless of how you look at it. The reason I put it down over here, because this engulfing candle, I always don't look at is over here. We did not manage to get a higher high up here still, so we got a low, lower, low, lower, low, and we got a high, lower, high, lower, high, and we got a low and a lower low over here. So we are still technically inside. Maybe this expanding views case, maybe I'm wrong, and it should go something like this over here. Regardless, if this is expanding musical instrument, this is actually very bullish. Unfortunately, these expanding musical instruments tend to, at least this kind of, they tend to go over here. They don't go all the way down to the bottom. They go somewhere over here in the midline over here, and then they go towards the upside. So could we go down a little bit more up here, back down to 60k, and then go towards the upside? Technically can. Regardless, big time frames, big time frames, weekly time frames, stuff like that, everything points towards the upside the way I see it. You can also watch some other interesting metrics over here on the chart. If I can just click stuff right. So over here you'll see right now that this consolidation up here is pretty much done. I think this actually broke. Technically it did broke. Like over here you see the breakout over here. Maybe if you put down over here and put up. Wait, let me do it again. So this is the trend line over here. It goes over here, right up there, give or take. So the way I see it, this already broke. So the consolidation trend based on the RSI and these highs over here already broke. Maybe if we pull, and this up here is the highest point up here, because this over here is not. So the highest point on the RSI is this one, and I'm a little bit unsure, because if pull like this over here, then we didn't break, right? But I don't think we should count this. This over here is the highest point over here. Let's go to the 3-day time frame over here. 3-day time frame definitely broke, like you know what, over here from these stops over here. There is definitely no way to look at it right now. It definitely broke, but this move towards downside before it actually goes up could actually happen, right? So, but regardless, this downtrend, this consolidation part, even the volume has been telling us that, you know, this consolidation part over here is done. Over here, this broke towards the upside. Everything is nice. Right now, we're just consolidating up here before the big move. When the big move comes, it's gonna go, guys. When the big move comes, it's gonna go. It's gonna go hard. It's gonna go fast. Most people are gonna be unaware of what's happening, but when it happens, it's gonna go very, very fast. The MACD up here is coming back on the 3-day time frame, on the weekly time frame. Right now it's still curving, but the momentum is kind of going opposite direction over here. Not very helpful. We crossed the zero line over here back all the way back up here in March 2023. So, you know, we are long past that. Let me see on the monthly time frame up here. Monthly just consolidating. Let's see how this actually previously looked at. Over here, monthly consolidation came after the first stop over here. We still did the second top up here, but it is losing a little bit strength up here. But this is losing strength during consolidation part. Let me see up here how this actually played out previously over here, and let's go even more back. Maybe something like this over here, where we are losing strength and then continue towards upside. We still don't have exact curvature just yet. And the monthly time frame also looks very, very nice over here. You can pick up all of the almost all of the wicks up here. We still just zigzag inside this pattern over here, and once the pattern actually breaks out, which we are expecting very, very soon, because this candle is most likely it will close where it is right. I mean, it's not that high. If the monthly candle closes above, somewhere up here, above these highs up here, 71.3, I mean, it can do that in one day. How big is this move over here? 8%. Can we pump 8% in the next, I don't know how many, 8 hours or something like that? 6 hours. In the 6 hours and 21, can we pump 8%? I mean, I think it should be likely. Should be likely. Where is the monthly time frame up here? Right now, 7 point, what's that? 7%. We need to pump only 7% and we're good, guys. And it doesn't seem that, I mean, 7% looks like a lot, but you know, this move over here, you know, FOMC meeting, like big candle, like something like this over here, you know, just explodes towards upside. I don't know. Could happen. I'm not really betting on it. The other best case scenario for closing on the monthly candle should be down here, over here, and that's a lot more doable. That's 67,555 over here, and this is a lot more doable because this is only something like, you know, 1.43% up. So can we do a bullish engulfing candle up here on the monthly time frame? Now that would be, I think that'd be like the best case scenario right now on the monthly time frame. That might happen. Regardless, still something like 20, how much? 21 minutes left until decision rate, and it does look nice. Previously, I did tell you that I think the bull run is over when it comes to the stock market, and I still believe so. I still believe that the bull market is pretty much give or take over. It still can pump more, but because these are monthly time frames, so you know it can still continue rallying towards the upside. Over here, let me see up here, because these on the big time. So this is the 3 months time frame over here. Why is this? So this is S&P 500 over here, so you get a big move towards the upside up here, and this on the 3 month time frame, and the RSI is still going down. I mean, if it continues pumping, is it probable that, I don't want to bet everything on the fact on the RSI, the variance and stuff like that, but it does look very, very sketchy. Also, the momentum is going down. So this big move and this big move, they are two different moves, right? They are two different moves, but this move was a lot more, you know, a bigger pump, a lot more momentum, and you know it is losing momentum while it's climbing towards the upside over here right now. 3 months time frame is going to close in 2 months, so we're still gonna, you know, see how this actually closes. This is the S&P 500, so we got a Nasdaq over here, the same kind of thing going on Nasdaq. You have this big divergence on the chart on the Nasdaq as well. The RSI is going down, the price is going up highly, and the momentum is also going down. Again, I do not like to base the analysis just on the divergences and the momentum loss, but you know, we got a momentum loss, we got a divergence loss over here, and sorry, we got a moment loss, we got a divergence loss over here. So this pretty much looks like it's coming to the very end. Now this is 3-month time frame, so you know it will take a lot of time to play out, but we are coming very, very close. The only thing right now that I'm looking at is Dow Jones, and Dow Jones look like it might actually create non-divergence over here, right? So there is this top over here right now, and it goes all the way up here. There is still divergence, but it is so small divergence that it just might, you know, break this towards the upside. Extensions down here. I mean, we got a pretty high extensions already on the 3-month time frame over here. So this is my only indicator. It shows extensions, and it doesn't have to be the top. It might continue a little bit more. After that, it comes some kind of top here. This continued for a while before we had a big move. This continued for a while before we had a big move. Right now, we're just coming to that point. But oftentimes, when you get some kind of points, you have these, you know, these sideways moves before it actually goes down, right? But we don't have any kind of sideways move just yet. But out of these, but this is the third time, right? This is the dump down over here. So this continue going towards the upside, and this one also continue going towards the upside. But this went take a little bit down, and it's still continuing going a little bit down over here right now. I don't know, a little bit unsure, but I think, you know, give or take in the next 6 months, we might see more, you know, some topping out, because I don't know where this is going. Like, what is next to come for the stock market to pump it, right? Maybe in the next 3 to 6 months, we'll see a lot of influx of new money and liquidity inside the market, and then see some kind of, you know, movement down. The DXY right now still dropping, you know, heavily towards the downside over here. It's not dropping heavily towards the downside over here. It fell down over here. It should drop down very, very soon, but still not dropping down. So you might see another move up before it actually drops down. But it's already weak. It's already, you know, pushing back down. It's already below the moving averages. This is on the weekly time frame. So this double mountain up here, tried to, you know, bounce off the support level, failed that, right back below that, below the support level, failed to get up, and this is the third candle to fail to get up. So I would say there is a very good probability for this to continue going towards downside right now. Let's see how this looks on a monthly time frame. So this is a big candle down, and this is a bearish candle below 10 moving average, but still holding this 20 moving average. Probably is going to close over here, still over here, but this is actually not a good momentum load, because this you know, full candle and then right back down again, try to go up, right back down again below the support level. I mean, could this just bounce over here towards the upside? I mean, technically can, but it does look a little bit weak. There is no volume or anything like that over here, just holding this 10 moving average. I wouldn't call this a bull flag or anything like that just yet, but we'll see. But it, you know, after August we might see some kind of move up here first before it actually goes down, and that would be this move over here towards the upside, and then, you know, eventually goes back down again. So DXY right now did break down. It is consolidating, but we might see this move up first before this move down. I'm not looking at too much at whether DXY and Bitcoin are, you know, inversely correlated or anything like that, but, you know, I do know that you guys like to figure out if this goes down, then you know, Bitcoin goes up and stuff like that. But I think there is this should continue down, but whether it's continuing down from over here or all the way from the top, that is the big question, right? Bitcoin is up 0.92%. I'm a little bit interested in, you know, what's happening over here. It's still curving towards the upside. So if you go to the 1 hour time frame up here, we still haven't broken towards the upside, but we are definitely curving over here. So these curvatures right now are curving slowly towards the upside. Oftentimes, if this is some kind of cup and handle pattern, let's assume this is a big cup and handle pattern over here. The cup and pattern happens when this explodes up. So maybe we are waiting for the maybe you're waiting for the FOMC meeting for this to, you know, explode towards the upside, and then you'll see some kind of pullback inside these moving averages, and this will be a cup and handle pattern. Now the cup and handle pattern is not formed just yet. I mean, this is a nice curvature, but we need to see some explosive move up, pull back down to the support levels, and then outside of the cup up here somewhere, and then explodes and it goes, right? That's the cup and handle pattern. Will this become a cup and handle pattern eventually? That kind of depends, but it does look nice so far, because of the, you know, that's how cup and handle patterns are formed, right? Stuff goes down, and then, you know, and then it starts curving, right? And then you see these moving averages up here, and slowly starts, you know, getting above these moving averages, and then explodes towards the upside, and then you have a pullback. And the way I see it over here, this is, you know, the perfect cup and handle pattern right now forming, but it's not quite done yet. We got a Bitcoin dominance up here. We haven't been talking about Bitcoin dominance for a while right now. We came to the stop. This is a new channel that I drew because I was seeing that, you know, a lot of stuff over here. But right now, what you're gonna see here, the last thing we looked at when it comes to Bitcoin dominance is this triangle over here, and we broke that towards the upside with force. We still haven't hit the blue box up here, but right now this looks like some kind of pullback or something like that. So you might see another move over here right now towards the upside. If Bitcoin, I mean, there is very good chance for Bitcoin dominance to explode towards the upside, because if Bitcoin goes above 72K, it will be explosive, right? Everybody will start FOMO in, all the money will go into Bitcoin. So there is a very, very good chance over here, because we don't have that much data when it comes to Bitcoin dominance. Like over here, previous bull market, we know that, you know, just before altcoin season, we had this big rally towards the upside, right? But before that, there was nothing. I mean, let's go over here and Bitcoin USDT over here on the chart. So we got a previous bull market over here, and altcoin season over here. Altcoin season started way back. So previous altcoin season 2015, 16 and stuff like that, right? It played out definitely differently than it is playing out right now, because over here the altcoin season, the big altcoin season, only started when we came to this stop over here, right? So Bitcoin continued rallying towards upside, but we had this, you know, big explosive top over here that started from once we broke, you know, 20 what's that over here, once we broke the 12K over here and started rallying towards the upside over here, and as soon as this first move was done above the all-time high and it had this small pullback, this is when the altcoin season starts. So this move down in the dominance and this big move towards the upside, that was the altcoins, the big altcoin season. But we only have one you know, one move that tells us how this actually is playing out. So could it be that right now, just before, you know, Bitcoin explodes towards the upside, where is it? So right now, just before Bitcoin explodes towards the upside, we see a big move over here towards the upside, and then, you know, Bitcoin continues towards the upside up here, and then we have this big crash towards the downside over here on Bitcoin dominance, where you get this big altcoin season. So it's very likely. Just because Bitcoin goes towards the upside does not mean the altcoins are not going to go towards the upside, but, you know, Bitcoin might rally very fast, like 20-30% towards the upside, and you know, altcoins might lag a little bit. So lagging behind is okay, as long as they, you know, do the stuff eventually when it's necessary. So FOMC news is right now trending. Yeah, everybody's really excited about FOMC news right now. So there is also this unemployment stuff. There's too many numbers, guys. There's too many numbers. So it's not just one number. It's not just an interest rate decision. They will be coming out with a lot of other numbers about, you know, market, economy and stuff like that. And I'm not really good at analyzing the numbers. Like how many jobless claims you have, how many this, how many that. Doesn't matter. Anything else you guys are interested in looking at? Because we still got like 10 minutes before the interest rate is kicking off. The gold is doing well. The gold is doing actually very well. Right now sitting at 2.4. Yeah, there is one thing that I talked about today in Telegram chat, and that is dollar versus the Japanese yen. And I think it's done. I think the dollar is gonna go down versus Japanese yen, and I think it's gonna crash versus yen. I don't know, and the reason for that is actually big time frames over here. And if you, right now we come into the, you know, we just exploded over here towards the upside, so I think that there is coming a big move down over here. Now the reason for that big move down is the 50 moving average over here. See this 50 moving average, there's 10-20 moving average, so I think that you know, we could see a big move towards downside. Now this is, you know, this is yearly time frame, so you know, this can take, you know, several years, you know, 5 years for this to happen, but I think eventually it will go towards downside. Now the reason for that is the yellow line, the 50 moving average up here, this yellow line over here. And what you're gonna see over here, there is no bottom wick on the downside over here. It doesn't have to be any kind of bottom wick up here, but we still have 5 months left for this to happen. And you can see how this candle up here came to the 50 moving average, failed to break. Second time failed to break. Right now it's above it, so if it does close below the 50 moving average, that will be rejection confirmed, and then you have at least 1 more year before this actually continue going towards downside. At least 1 more year. It can, you know, do something else and continue towards upside, because this is like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year of slow move down before they explode towards upside. So these are really slowly, you know, movements on the Japanese yen and these forex currencies. But still, if you look at a 12-month time frame up here, and you know, we can revisit this in the next 5 months over here after the year end and see how this actually closes. But I think there is very good chance for this actually to close below the 50 moving average and then go towards the downside over here. I know what I'm telling about yen. I don't think this has anything to do with Bitcoin, but you know, there is that. Gold up here on the yearly time frame is gonna break all records. I mean, there is literally no, I mean, it broke last year and right now it just continue pumping towards the upside. Let me see, do we have the same type of divergences over here? We gotta squeeze more. This is a big time frame. 12. Can we take 24 months? Huh? Where is it? Add customer. Okay. Minutes, days, months, 24. Terminal is too big. Please try again. Now I will not try again. You will give me the 2-year time frame. Why cannot have 2-year time frame? Like, what's wrong with the 2-year time frame? It's too big. Yeah, but you know, I am the elite. You know, my prospects are 100 years from now on. How are we gonna get there? I don't know. You know, I look only in the big picture. 5 years time frame, 5-year candles. How did they close? Anyways, we still got a little bit over here move. There is no divergence up here. The momentum is still building towards the upside up here. In this last part over here, the trend over here actually broke right over here. This kind of looks a little bit like what Bitcoin did, right? It went a little bit up sideways, and then you have this, you know, breakdown over here that came right back up here again. Pulled back down, exploded up here, and then right back up here again. Now, how big, you know, how many weeks will this take? Maybe, you know, 1 more month of sideways move before we break towards the upside. Maybe 1 more month. So if you look at Bitcoin over here, I mean, it's the same time thing, someone just on small time frames, right? It consolidated over here at the top, right? And it pulled back down, so you might, you know, do the move over here, you know, until September and then break towards the upside. I don't know. I don't want to see that happen, but you know, could we have more consolidation going on? Definitely can. We gotta understand, we haven't broken anything, right? Especially if you look at a weekly time frame, like nothing is broken. Everything looks, if you put the line up here, definitely not broken. Over here, it's still not broken if you zoom in very nicely. Nothing is broken just yet. So, you know, consolidations can take time, and I have no other way to figure out, you know, when these consolidations are going to be done or not. Right now we're sitting on 10-20 moving average, so I don't see any reason why this cannot just for whatever is just pump. We still got 4 days and 7 hours left on the daily candle, so on the weekly candle, and this over here is a little bit bearish candle over here. This doji, you know, this flying doji up here is a little bit bearish, so this should have pulled back down, but effectively we are holding 10-20 moving average so far. It looks nice. Let's look at the CME chart. CME chart is also bouncing right now on 10-20 moving average. I'm a little bit unsure whether we're gonna break this because we already broke that and right now up there. Maybe some kind of double bottom up here before we break that towards downside. That means, you know, another 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Yeah, another 1 month of consolidation before we go. But eventually it will go. Eventually it will go. How many minutes? 4 more minutes until FOMC meeting. Latest 5.50. Yeah, everybody's betting on 5.50, and I think that was FOMC interest rate forecast. Yeah, so everybody, so forecast 5.5. This is today, yeah. 5.5 consensus is 5.5. Previous was 5.5. It's just gonna stay 5.5. Nothing's gonna change. These interest rates projections, they're not coming out now. Do we have any kind of core? Will they come out with core interest and stuff like that? Core interest rate forecast. US forecast. Core inflation. Yes, core inflation rate. So is this today as well? No, it's not. 12.6, 11.6, 4.4. Next one is July 14th. The reference is July, but it's in August. 15 August is we're gonna get numbers for how the inflation is doing right now in US. I don't know whether that's gonna be interesting or not. So 3 minutes left. We're gonna zoom in hard on the chart. We already had a little bit movement towards upside. We're gonna look up here. The interest rates come exactly at 8 o'clock. So this is what we are looking at right now. And like we said over here, in a bigger picture, this is hourly time frame. So far we've been just curving up here nicely. This looks like a cup and handle pattern. Might come a very big move up and before we pull back towards downside. But right now this is gonna be interesting. Do we just, you know, curve up here and then drop down up? What's gonna happen up here? Because this looks like some kind of channel as well over here on the bottom side. So we're gonna zoom in really hard just to watch the volatility kicking in. Because I think there will be volatility, you know. I mean, everybody expecting volatility because the markets are kind of slow, you know, lately. And we still got 2 more minutes left. So it's gonna be very interesting once this actually kicks off and we get the interest rate. Wow, a lot of you know, stuff that should not be into. Some, you know, these spam bots are really creative about spamming right now. They know exactly when to spam. 1 minute left. There we go. I'm gonna look at second chart, 5-second chart. Maybe get a little bit more, you know, interest rate. As soon as this starts, you know, volatility kicks in. Let's look at the volume as well. There we go. We got only a couple of seconds left. And the decision is wow, did you see that? There we go. Exactly on the dollar. Look at the volatility over here. And I got a message from somebody. Yeah, unchanged. Federal Reserve interest rate unchanged remains 525 to 550. That's it, guys. The unchanged interest rates kicked in. See, the volatility kicks in immediately. First move down, right now a little bit up. I'm a little bit interested, you know, how it's gonna play out. So I just watch the chart a little bit because that's what we do. And see how this plays out. I don't think it's bearish. I don't think anybody thinks it's bearish. That's why it needs to go down, right? Because when everybody thinks something, oh, this is bullish, let's go, you know, stuff goes down. First cut rates, not unemployment has moved up but remains low. So unemployment has moved right a little bit up as expected. Nah, I think this is good. But when everybody's bullish, we go down, right? On the bigger picture over here, nothing is happening. We are still just, you know, zigzagging over here a little bit. We pull back to the 50 moving average down here. I still expect this to go to, if this is a cup and handle pattern, then regardless of the decision, this should, you know, pump first, get everybody to FOMO in, then pull back, and then maybe there is some kind of cup and handle pattern where we break towards the upside. But if this is gonna go, this has to explode towards the upside right now. Yeah, it cannot break the resistance level up here on the small time frame. So you're gonna see up here, still 1 minute left. But that is the big thing, guys. That is the big thing. That is the FOMC interest rate right now. Unfortunately, it's still being pushed down. So somebody's shorting. A lot of people are trying to long, and somebody's shorting this move down. We don't have any kind of break in the trend just yet, over here on 1 minute time frame. So we are still technically going down. How's Ethereum doing, by the way? Ethereum actually had a big move up, started going down a little bit up here, exploded towards upside, bullish engulfing candle above 10 moving average. Ethereum seems to be doing okay. This 1 minute time frame, nobody cares, nobody cares. Some altcoins up here doing exactly the same move, so everything is following Bitcoin right now. And this initial volatility is actually dying out, because right now the volume is back to the pre-market moves, and there we go. We got an increase in volume. Something is happening again, but it kind of failed to break out. This on 5-second time frame though, still pushing a little bit down. Which is the next candle to close? 5 minutes. I mean, 1 minute candles up here are already closing down, but this might create some kind of, you know, double bottom over here and then go up, some kind of shoe pattern up here before it goes up. But as long as this trend over here is not broken, it still goes down. Right now, 5 minute time frame up here, there is a trend down here, it goes all the way up here. Maybe some clarity since, you know, it's hit this one on the dollar down here. So I'm gonna see if this actually bounces or not next couple of minutes. But it is moving, it is moving. I needed to pump the feed familia. How big is your leverage, man? Did you bet that this is gonna pump? It is the most obvious pump, right? Because 96.9% unchanged, which is bullish, so it has to pump. But when everybody thinks that, it often goes down first. So maybe we're gonna go down first to pick up whatever liquidity there is on the downside to get, you know, people wrecked, and then go up. And like we said a little bit earlier, I could definitely foresee, you know, another, you know, month of consolidation. You long or short, I'm nothing. I'm just here to, you know, look at the chart and look at the volatility kicking in. There we go. We got a 5 minute close up here. Close below 10 moving average up, still holding above 50 right now, pumping up here a little bit. Bouncing. But the volatility is actually not that high. Regardless, the volatility, I mean, there is a volume and all of that, but it's just not that high. It's just not that high. So right now it's coming to this, you know, top up here would be all the way up here to the 20 moving average. This on 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame up here trying to break the feed. 10 moving average up here at the top. There is also the major resistance on the 5 minute time frame up here there at 10 moving average. It's already kind of having some trouble breaking that. It's still getting rejected a little bit. Regardless, guys, it is bullish. Where is it? Bullish for Bitcoin long term, says people. Recent indicators suggest that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. Job gains have moderated and unemployment rate has moved up but remains low. Inflation has eased over the past year but remains somewhat elevated. In recent months there has been some further progress towards the committee 2%. It's a big text, I am not reading everything, but basically we are bullish. No rate has bullish, yeah. So everybody is bullish because of the rates. And we can assume that just because everybody's bullish that this can go down first, right? Look at a 5 minute candle. Finally, there is some kind of breakout up here. But everybody's bullish. Everybody's bullish, which is actually very, very nice. And right now, until the FOMC press conference, another 20 minutes or something like that. 23 minutes left until press conference. And then he has to talk for 30 minutes. So another 1 hour. So this is just zigzag pattern, you know, getting a little rid of the longs, getting rid of the shorts, a little bit up, a little bit down, you know. Right now it's a very scammy market because it's being manipulated up and down, you know, pump it up, pump it down, you know, stuff like that. You all think it dumps so it can pump. Yeah, maybe we should all think that, you know, it's bearish. I think it's bullish than short all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because everybody right now, because of unchanged rates, everybody right now is thinking, you know, bullish. So just based on that, there just might come a bearish, you know, move, because too many people are bullish. No rates constant. The first move is the false move. So the first move up here, where it start up here, 8 o'clock exactly on dollar, right there on this candle up here. So the very first move up here is the wrong move. So maybe just continues up here and then, you know, we see some kind of movement eventually towards the upside. Regardless, we are bullish when it comes to FOMC. We are bullish on all other metrics as well eventually, right? And the altcoin season, the thing is coming. It's coming eventually. Hopefully it's coming. Hopefully it's coming. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I won't keep you up for another 30 minutes because I'm not really good at talking about the market economy and how economy is doing, and analyzing whatever he says and whatever numbers he presents about unemployment and about, you know, this and that. But considering chart up here on the 1 hourly time frame, we are still in the curvature, and we just said there is a very good chance for this to become a cup and handle pattern. But first thing first, this cup and handle pattern must eventually bounce up here towards up. It could go up here and then, you know, bounce up here, but after this bounce there will come a pullback if it's a cup and handle pattern. So this is, you know, on small time frames, this is what I'm looking at, how this is actually gonna play out. On the daily time frame up here, we're just consolidating over here a little bit right now. It does look like it actually broke the trend over here. So if pop something like this over here, it kind of broke down right now, trying to get back up there again. Still consolidating, still no big moves. We still don't have any kind of interesting besides hitting the 10-20 moving average here on the weekly time frame. We still don't have any kind of interesting pattern or anything like that. The most bullish thing that I can see right now on the weekly time frame is just having this candle become green, because this is a bearish doji, so this candle should become red. So if it becomes red, it's still more consolidation. But if it pumps towards upside, if you get something, you know, you gotta get something that, you know, gets us very, very, you know, stupidly bullish. But right now we don't have that. We don't have that just yet. Maybe soon, maybe very, very soon. Anyways, guys, there's a lot of other channels you can follow about FOMC meeting and how they are performing, and you know, talk about economics. I'll be back eventually about, you know, update on what's happening in Bitcoin. But right now, boring. Guys, thank you for stopping by. You know what to do with the like button on the way out, right? I'll see you around. Bye-bye.